I was reading that. It's probably going to take a week to actually come out. But it's like, they haven't said who they actually. um, the U.S. military hasn't said who they actually bombed in Syria. And Syria hasn't said who they. At least the report I read earlier today, they hadn't said who they actually bombed. And so it's like, I wonder who they actually bombed. Because remember, like I was telling you the other day, it's super complicated. And nobody's bothering to simplify it. And if they simplify it too much, if anything happens, it just makes it all complicated again. Because it's like, wait, did they bomb the Syrian government? Because if they just bombed the Syrian government, Syria, Stitches is dead about 26 seconds in, so that's not a good sign. If they bombed the Syrian government, then does that mean we're at war with Syria? Or did they bomb Syrian rebels? But then it's like, who the hell are the Syrian rebels? I mean, like literally, who would that be? Right? Are those like Kurds? It's like I would love it if they had to actually like explain. But they never do. That's the problem. And it's partially because the news doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And partially because nobody tells them. And they're just reading from the Associated Press. And the Associated Press either doesn't know, doesn't care, or doesn't think anybody's interested in the actual technical details of the conflict. But I was just reading something the other day because a couple of Americans' bodies had just gotten shipped back that had died fighting with the YPK and and that's a dead LRX. And the funny thing is you're not supposed to leave the country to go fight, even if they're technically our allies or whatever. However, what's interesting is if you go join up to fight with the YPK or which are on and off. Oh, I just got hip hop alorade. Nope, Kael'thas, you're not gonna do enough damage to kill me. Sorry, bro. You don't get prosecuted from joining certain organizations temporarily, even if it's against the law. And that's because we have military people. I was telling you the other day, we have military people embedded in some of those organizations, and we're training them, blah 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 blah. And so we have military contractors joining them too, so on and so forth. The only problem is if anything happens to them, it's kind of like Mission Impossible, where they kind of don't get a formal hoodly hoo. Like if something happens to them, if they were actually military, which is fine. You don't really expect something like that anyway. But their bodies got returned and stuff, and the Kurds and the YPK said a nice little thing about them. And but I just thought it was, but it goes back to that whole thing where it's like, well, who? So we didn't bomb them. So who the fuck did we just bomb? Obviously we bombed somebody because they were complaining about it. But we didn't bomb civilians. Right? It was like, you just gotta look at it and wonder, and we're like, well, who was that? Um, or are we just apologizing because we bombed somebody who didn't want to be bombed, but we're not? But because there's a ceasefire right now. Because there's supposed to be a ceasefire right now. As of a couple days ago. But the thing is, if there was a ceasefire a couple days ago, then we shouldn't be bombing anybody. Right? So why were we bombing people? And so is that like a my bad on our part? Like, oh, sorry, we forgot. So we're not apologizing because we bombed them. We're just apologizing because we bombed bad guys. I don't know. It would be super cool if they would if they would tell us what's going on. But it's in a lot of politics best interest for us to not know what's going on with that stuff, that geopolitical military hoodly-hoo. It's important. That's the problem. It's super important. But they keep us in the dark. And they certainly don't know what the fuck's going on. And that's why things happen like when they keep... Bless you. When you keep seeing things like Obama armed ISIS and this and that, and whenever you see things like that and you think, oh, well, that's a load of crap, that didn't happen, blah, 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 and then it's kind of an oversimplification, but you look into what they really mean and you're like, oh, okay, well, it's because they armed people, they didn't really know who they were arming. And we do. Either on Baby Bush. Who? Oh, yeah. Oh, we did it with Mexico, too. Oh, yeah. Allegedly. Oh, we did, yeah. We've done it many, many times. But military stuff's not the only thing it happens with. Obviously, I've told you like a million times. You go look at any pictures from CNN or anywhere, and you're like, why are all those Toyota trucks driving around? And Toyota's like, oh, no, they're not. Those aren't Toyotas. It's like, those are all Toyotas. No, they're not. Or you go, why is ISIS driving around in Humvees? No, they're not. Those are all Humvees. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Look over there. Those aren't Humvees either. Yes, they are. That's so yeah. So oh crap. So it does happen a lot. And it's two parts. And there's been a lot of oversight committee doodly-doo about it because they don't track the serial numbers for one thing. And which is stupid because we have to do that here. That's all the fucking background check shit's for that we have to do, right? But they don't do it when they give them to anybody else. They go, oh, well, when we're giving away 100,000 M16s, we do. It's like, fuck you! Give us 100,000 M16s. No, we don't trust you. Oh, so you'll give them to ISIS. Fucking assholes. So, no, that's different. That was an accident. Whatever. So, but also, so they don't track the serials were shit. But they don't know where they go once they hand them off either. And if that group gets wiped out, or if that group gets converted, all that stuff's lost, and there's no way to reclaim it. And they were saying that happened to if something happens to like a drone or something, they know where it is or whatever, and they'll go and send like a little missile, and go blow the drone up so nobody can take it. Or if people are down, they'll send people to go get them. But when it's small arms crap, or Humvees or whatever, it doesn't happen. For some reason, they leave that stuff there, and that's kind of all she wrote. Because they don't track it. They don't have like an inventory system. And maybe they're working on that now. But traditionally, I mean, that's why you see some of that stuff. I mean, still though, the bulk of rifles in the world are still AKs, not ARs. But a lot of the heavier stuff, it's like, hey, where'd those guys get Stinger missiles? That's still a funny one. You're like, hey, they just took down a helicopter. That's weird. That's oh well. It's like nothing to see here. That didn't look like a normal shoulder fired rocket launcher. I don't know. But some of those, it's because they have legit military contracts and contacts. But other ones, it's because they just find shit laying around. Yeah, doesn't that sound like the next awesome Call of Duty? Like trading card game. Hey, get on that. It's the next new mobile craze. Mumble. Shit's gotta rhyme. Uh-oh, Alarak wants my balls. I went in too deep. Yep. I went in too deep because I went in with the double deep, because we got the spider, and I was like, hey, nobody's down here. So I went through both. I went through both sets and destroyed their last keep before Alarak came and kicked my ass. And I was at no life because I'd been tanking the turrets without my shield on. So Alarak poked me. Poked me with his little stabby triangle. His little pink stabby triangle. Yeah, he's, everyone on the forum, there's 5 forum posts of people bitching up a storm about him. And I don't know what the fuck everybody's problem is. It seems like he only ever dies if people get greedy. Other than that, I don't see a problem. Oh. He gets a good little silence, doesn't he? Uh-oh. Spider sense is tingling. Damn it. I do. Oh, cock and balls. I like some pepperoni with that cheese and wine. Like a real life barbecue? Hmm. Well, that's cool. Or that could be bad. Was it a big white van that said like free bicycle painted on the side and like spelled wrong? Oh, it's probably okay then. I saw this weird meme the other day, and it was a big white van, and it's like free candy, like poorly painted on the side. And he's like, "Stop!" He's like, "I told Mike to stop driving around in his van or something like that." It's funny, but no, I still wouldn't go just because I inherently don't trust people. But I mean, well, there's like a social. There's probably a social aspect, right? And he wouldn't know anybody. Yes, but which gender will they be? And will there be an Xbox? Exactly. I know. Me either. Let's say add Street Fighter. Fight. Fight. Or Smash Brothers, but that's obviously not on. Gay, and I'll be like, "Hey, do you see something over there?" What? And like punch him in the fucking throat. And I'll be like, "Weird, you can't shoot me right now, can you?" And they're like, and I'm like, "Oh, that's not very gay, is it? Maybe it's you that are gay. You homophobic fucking piece of shit. Oh, you don't think that's so gay now, do you? You're dying on the floor." Like, wow, you just want it in both ends. Don't you, sir? You want it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Go play a different game. Yeah. And guess what? In gay bars, you won't be happy because they only have one gender bathroom there. And then you'll be like, gay. Actually, how does that work? If you go to like a gay bar and it's like a men's gay bar, do they still have to have both genders' bathrooms? I assume they do. Wow, mamma mia. Like, that's what I would do. Of course, I would have that anyway. And then a giant family bathroom. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense for a gay bar. Damn it. They'd be like, "What's the giant family bathroom for? And why is it called the gangbang room?" It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm talking about dicks. I'm talking about dicks. It's the steak in the cheeseburger. It's a metaphor. You idiot. And Alarak has been permanently dead for 2 minutes. He just spawns and dies. He can't be living life right now. Uh-oh, this is gonna hurt. Ow, ow, ow. Heroes has its thorn. Whack, 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 whack. Oh, that was a 5 thingy kill. Boss! Boss! I'm gonna fucking kill their keeps and kill them myself. Boss. Shut the fuck up, boss. Oh my goodness. Boss. Boss. What a joke. I'm a fucking necromancer. I'm not going back to get the boss. GG. Boss. Don't tell me to get the fucking boss. That's funny. Good job, Stitches. No MVPs for me. I did 44% of the team's structure damage, but whatever. Ooh! Silver League. That feels noobish. Oh well.